Anyway, where were I?
Anyway, where were we? So, he delivered his little message.
He said, ye will find the child. Now here he's referring to the personal ye.
Yeah.
Ye will find the child in a manger, all meanly wrapped in swaddling clothing.
Ah, okay. And I guess your reaction would pop over there and take a peek, yeah?
He certainly did, but my God, when I got there, I was in for a surprise.
Really?
Well, he said he was meanly wrapped in swaddling clothing. I've never seen such meanly wrapping in all my life. He was barely swaddled.
Can I quote you on
You
that?
certainly can. You certainly can.
Now, Arthur, I want you to think back. What was the atmosphere like in the stable on this tense and historic night?
The atmosphere, Matthew, in the stable that night was very, very smelly. I mean, all the cows and the goats and the sheep, they weren't a special occasion for them. They weren't being careful at all.
And was the Holy Ghost there?
Hard to say. He's an elusive character, the Holy Ghost. He flits in and out of windows. I think he probably should have been there in his capacity as Godfather, like, but I can't honestly say I saw him.
No. I'm sure he was there in spirit, at least. Now, I understand that later in the evening, 3 wise men came by. Is that right?
3 wise men, 3 bloody idiots if ever I saw them. In they come with their presents, gold, frankincense and myrrh. Now, gold, fair enough, everyone likes a bit of gold every now and then, but frankincense and myrrh, what sort of present's that for a little kiddie? Myrrh's that stuff that camp blokes put behind their ears, isn't it? Now, if it had been 3 wise women, they would have brought nappies and baby oil and wipes and things. But, be fair, Jesus, polite little kid that he was, he got up on the side of his manger and he said, "Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your lovely prezzies. I hope you have a nice trip back home."
Oh, that's delightful. Delightful. Very precocious, of course.
Well, talking at half hour old, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, true. And it wasn't long after that he was confounding the elders, and they don't like that.
No, they don't like that at all, no.
But you've got to feel for Jesus. I mean, take it at one. He had his birthday on Christmas Day. He only ever got one lot of presents. And of course, he always had a bit of a father complex. But you would, wouldn't you, being the son of God?
Well, I feel for Joseph in this situation. I hope that's all true, because just imagine, there's Joseph, married to the Virgin Mary, never consummated.
Well, there was a clue in her title.
Absolutely. And one day Mary comes home and says that she's pregnant. Now, Joseph, being the calm man that he is, never raised his voice, never had a drink, never punched a wall. Not a single plasterer in Bethlehem made a penny out of that announcement.
But Joseph had faith. Mary explained that God had given to her his only son, so his only son could go out and save the world. And Joseph accepted that. He was a gourd half full kind of guy.
Yeah. I think what you should be writing about, though, is when Joseph the carpenter announces to the rest of the building site that his wife's pregnant. I imagine a scene one lunchtime and he goes in and says that he's pregnant, and all the rest of them are all high-fiving him, calling him Shagger Joe and all that. And then suddenly he announces he's not even the father.
Yeah, that would have been a bit awkward.
Put a bit of a damper on it, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
But also, I also wonder whether Jesus ever actually called Joseph Dad. Because Jesus, his real dad, he created the whole universe in 7 days, and Joseph's out in the back garden struggling to make me a rocking horse.
Maybe there's another story right there.
I think there might be.
But anyway, Arthur, I really want to say thank you for your help. It's been really useful. I'll send you a copy of the book when it's ready. We're thinking of calling it The Gospels.
Oh, good title, that. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I finished my drink. I'm off to the pub.
Yeah.
You fancy a pint?
Absolutely.
Off we go then.
Lead
Let's
the
go.
way. Yeah.